video is part of the live session which I do every weekend on Sunday at around 4 CET, which is Central European Time. So, with this, I would like to wish you Happy New Year, and you can join my live session whenever you want. You can ask me questions or any doubts, anything. So, I just thought that maybe I can go live today and talk about New Year resolution and many other things. And I want to know from you as a subscriber that how you started your new year, any exciting stories. So, yeah, before I get into the New Year resolution, let's take a look of my new plant. So this is like my new plant here, and it has grown some leaves. Of course, it's not a new plant. It's with me like since last 2 years. During the pandemic, it's when I have got this, and it was not really doing well. So like was having some burn leaves, and I just pruned it, and I have realized it really grew now nicely. Of course, this is not sort of content that I really talk about on my channel, so I make videos on life in Europe in general and about like studying, jobs, etc. So if you're interested, keep watching this space. So yeah, this is just part of my life. I really like plants, and especially growing up in India, so I just thought to like maybe show you. So this is also one of my most expensive plant because it was like costed me around 600 per plant. And of course, if I'm like buying a leaf or something, it costs around 100 to 200 euro. So yeah, so this is like a rare species of plant which is known as monstera, and it's quite like rare because this variegation is not formed usually, and it is formed with some defects, you could say, but which looks really beautiful. So people really pay because it's something very different, and I just wanted to do like a video with it so that it's out on internet. So yeah, really like this plant. So with this, let's get into now the New Year resolutions. Of course, behind me, the pictures that you are looking at is from London, where I went to like one of the museum. All these paintings are from Picasso, by the way. So I really like it, like having it as my backdrop. Um, Apart from this, yeah, so like talking about the new year, I guess like people really create like a list of things they want to like achieve as a new year resolution. But to me, I think like it's all about changing the habit every day or every beginning of the month could be like your new year. So it's up to you whenever you want to like make changes. And of course, change means that you need to also reflect on how you can integrate it into your day-to-day life, which also means that it should be like a behavioral change rather than making a list and getting it done, because then in that case it won't be sticking around. So I guess like if you have already made like some list on things that you want to do and achieve in the new year, I guess it's always nice to like reflect on these listings should be part of your behavior, and that's how it will be more feasible. Otherwise, you will um, not able to achieve it. So if you want to stick around with your new year resolution, it's important that you make it as a behavioral change rather than just as a things to do. Talking about behavioral change, of course, in order to like really make something as part of your like day-to-day activity or as a behavior, then you need to really ensure that you're integrating it in your daily life, which means that you have to make it part of your life even if it's for like 5 minutes a day. So if you really want to, for instance, be more healthier and you want to stop eating like junk food, so you can start doing it by first minimizing on like snacking or on to those food, but not really like abruptly stop doing it. So like by doing small steps, like taking small steps towards it, you can really make like one day a big change towards those things which you want to really bring into existence. So this is like one of my tips which can maybe hopefully help you in case you are like moving into the new year and want to like really do something right. And I would also suggest you to read like Atomic Habits, which is like quite a famous book. It really tells you that how if you want to like have change in your life, it's worth that if you start taking small step, which means that even if you have like 2 minutes time left in your day, just do that part thing that you want to really introduce it in your life. So for instance, if you want to like start working out or want to learn a new language, start doing it even if it's just for 1 minute a day. Like, so just take out like 5 minutes if you have, and just do it. So just do even a workout for 5 minutes, and then over a day and months, you will see that you will continue to then expand on it. So you will start having more and more time invested into it, and also it will add to your motivation. People say that if you are doing some like behavioral changes, it's like, or you want to really incorporate something like new habit to your life, it's overall like a part of like life changes which can happen over the time, and also it requires motivation. So to and motivation, they say that it's like a skill. So in order to incorporate this skill set, you have to start doing it. So that's like the one of the things. Hi, I can see one person joining this call, so I'm quite happy. So I wish you a happy new year. So yeah, this is about I wanted to share with you, and I would like to know from you that what has been on your list as a new year resolution. So it could be like big things, it could also be like small things, it could be that you just want to like read some books, because it's always important that in your new year resolution you have like big things that you want to achieve and some small things. So the big things could be like you want to like lose certain amount of weight, or you want to travel to some countries, and small things could be that like you want to learn a new cooking ways, you want to learn about vegan cooking method, or you want to just finish like reading 6 books in this entire year. So having small new year resolution can really help you to like really achieve it, and hence can really build like confidence in the long run. I can see one person joining my live session. Hello. So yeah, so I would suggest that to have like a compilation of both like quick wins and also like long, something like difficult wins as well as part of your new year resolution. Because if you have some resolution that are like quick wins, it can also help you to really like have built confidence and can make you feel more successful, because through these short quick wins, like small quick wins, you can get like confidence boost, and then it will help you to fuel you for the bigger ones. So these are like some quick tips that I wanted to share with you. And the weather here, so in terms of like Europe, so enough of like the new year resolution, talking about like weather, how can we just not talk about the weather, right? Like so in terms of the weather here in Europe at this point is quite warm. It's quite surprisingly warm. So this year, last time, like it was snowing and you cannot like even barely speak outside. It's so freezing. But now, of course, the duration of the day is quite short, so it gets dark quite quickly. But then at the moment, it's quite warm here right now. So yeah, so it's quite warm. You can still go outside, socialize, play, and have a picnic. Today it's not so good. Like yesterday, it was quite a sunshine, and I have noticed people like going on like picnic, and they were like doing some get-togethers and socializing. So it was looking like giving a feeling of spring, but now it doesn't look like that. So but I really enjoying it because my hands are not freezing and I can still be outside, maybe do some bit of sports. But today it was like a gray. So usually this is how the weather looks like in winters most of the time. So it's raining and dark and gray. This was also like one of the things quite surprising to me, because I have noticed how people here don't like winters, and also they don't like rain because it just comes with like more stagnant to life. You just cannot step out and socialize, do something in sports, because people here in Europe are quite into sports and they like to like really go outside. So it's quite dark, and indoors, if you're not like having a good lighting, you will feel like really dark. So quite, yeah, could be like sometimes sad, but I'm quite happy that now it's a bit like warm. You can still afford to be outside and can like really plan like maybe picnic, or just go on like a brisk walking, or can do like a jogging or something like that. So this is how it looks like, and it's a Sunday as usual, so not a lot many people, so it's all like here quiet. So this is how in general it looks like in Europe at the moment. So yeah, yeah, and before I end up this call, it would be also nice to like see what your New Year resolution is, how you started the new year. If you have any interesting story to share with me, you can let me know in the comment section. Would be nice to know. So with me, I had a very adventurous start to the new year. I end up like also going to the hospital because I scratched one of my eyes. I can still see a little bit blur. So it's quite sad, of course, because before the this year started, I was seeing things more clear, and now all of a sudden, I have to like struggle with it seeing. So it's recovering. My eyes are recovering. This is how I started, but I'm quite happy that nothing really severe has happened. I can see one person online. Hello. Happy New Year. So yeah, and talking about the health, so in Europe in general, healthcare is not so good. Some of the countries are quite good, like for example in Germany, UK, Switzerland, they are quite good in the healthcare aspects. But otherwise, you have to really wait in a huge queue for the appointment. Sometimes they do have like walking sessions, like in morning you can go and see a doctor, but it's not most of the times available. I remember when I had like some health issues in Germany, I have to like wait for 1.5 months to for my appointment. So what usually people say is that try to like adapt to the more healthier way of living so that you can actually not have to go to the doctor and can stay healthier rather than depending on to like doctor services and or like hoping to get like a better healthcare services. Yes. So the tip that everyone gives is that to have a better lifestyle so that you don't end up going into the hospital. So try to like incorporate eating better eating healthy habits and also to like work out so that you're not ending up into hospital. So that's how I started my new year. Not something like very nice, but I survived, and I want to know from you how you have started, and tell me about your stories, any interesting thing, and what you're doing these days. So, would be just nice to know about it. With this, I guess now I will end up this session, and I will see you next week into my live session. So, hope to see you then next week. And if you have any question, just let me know in the comment, and I will try to respond to it. And I will hope that you will have a really nice start to the year and you're enjoying it. And I will talk to you then later. Bye.